Good morning, students. So today we will discuss the method friction circle method. So in this method, friction circle is drawn, and with the help of friction circle, we will be calculating the factor of safety. So whatever the methods that we discussed till now, okay, two methods we discussed, like circular arc method and method of slices. Those methods were based on mathematical approach, right? And this method is based on graphical and mathematical approach. Okay, friction circle method is graphical and mathematical method. Right? So it can be factor of safety or the forces or the moment can be calculated with the help of graph and also with the mathematical equations. Right? And this method is suitable for homogeneous soils. For homogeneous soils. Right? And factor of safety is calculated with the help of effective stress, or phi, or angle of shear resistance. So students, this friction circle method is suitable for the soils which exhibits friction or which consists the angle of shear resistance phi. Okay. Some soils like unsaturated clay, saturated silts. Silts does not exhibit the angle of shear resistance or the phi. So this method is not suitable for the soils like unsaturated clay and saturated silts. Okay. So we'll discuss about diagram now first. So what is there in the diagram? See, this is the ground surface. At the slope is like this. This is the slope, and it is failing. Slope is failing in the same shape of circular arc AB. Okay, we are assuming that, and we are drawing friction circle. Which is having center O and radius R sin phi. Right? So it is concentric with the circular arc. Friction circle is a concentric with the circular arc. This is friction circle. Okay. So we'll discuss the features of friction circle now first. Okay, friction circle. So arc AB having center O, radius or sin phi, right? So a tangent is drawn to the friction circle, and that is considered as reaction force R. Okay? Tangent is drawn it is considered as reaction R, right? Reaction R, right? So these are the three features of friction circle. Friction circle is this one, okay? And if you see in the diagram, the circular arc is AB and it is having radius of R, and weight is acting vertically in the downward direction, and we represented cohesion in the opposite direction of slip surface, right? And the normal is drawn from the center of friction circle, right? So reaction is making angle of phi with the normal. Okay. Here we can write R is making angle phi with normal. So students, in this method we can draw n number of tangents for the friction circle, and every tangent is making the angle of phi with the normal. So students, now we will define the forces. Okay, what are the forces that are acting on the slope, right? So first one is W is acting in a downward direction and it is having the magnitude of W, right? Weight of soil or weight of slope, weight W is acting vertically in the downward direction. Right? Or in the direction of gravity. So we well known that the direction of weight and the magnitude of weight. Right? So we are well known about the one component, that is force, weight force, and we know the magnitude and direction of this. Okay? So with the help of graph, we will estimate the force, cohesion and reaction force. Right? So these two forces, the magnitude of these two forces are analyzed with the help of graph. Okay? So coercive force, C. So the direction of coercive force is also well defined. It is opposite in the direction of slip surface. See, acting opposite So it is well defined. Right? So cohesive force is a positive force. It obstructs the failure. Okay? And one more force is reaction force. Reaction force or frictional resistance reaction. Frictional resistance force. Okay? R is the frictional resistance. Frictional resistance force. So how we represented it in the diagram? So we have drawn the tangent to the friction circle, that is considered as reaction force, and the direction if you see, it is in this direction. So this is called force triangle. Okay. So from the force triangle method on the graph, by drawing the triangle, okay, we are able to define the directions of W, CM and R. Okay. Right. So we can write here. From force triangle method, we can find direction of R. Direction of R. Okay. So with the help of define W and C. Okay. With the help of known directions of C, L and W. Right. So this is the use of the force triangle. So this is the graphical method. Okay. From force triangle method, and it is the graphical method. So what is that we are able to find out? We are able to find out the direction and magnitude of unknown forces from force triangle method. Okay. So after finding out these magnitude and directions of forces, we substitute those things in the factor of safety. Okay. So what are the basic definitions of factor of safety? So basic definitions of factor of safety, okay, with respect to cohesion. Factor of safety with respect to cohesion. So if it is defined as factor of safety F with respect to cohesion, so it is C, and which is equal to C by Cm. It is a ratio of cohesion to the mobilized cohesion or effective cohesion. Okay. So cohesion to the mobilized cohesion. So what is that we do in this method? So we know what is Cm value from the force triangle method, and we assume factor of safety value with respect to C, so that we will find out C dash. Okay. And the second step that we do is factor of safety with respect to friction. So here also what is that we do? The formula is factor of safety with respect to friction is 5, which is equal to what? 5 by 5m. Right? What what is phi dash? It is effective friction angle. Friction angle. And what is phi m? It is mobilized friction. Mobilized friction angle. So here also we do the same. So from the forced triangle method, okay, we will be having the phi m value, the angle that is made by the reaction force R, right? So phi m value we know from the forced triangle method, and we assume f phi value so that we will get phi dash value. Okay, so assume f phi, okay, and phi m value is known from where? From graph. Okay, so we substitute these two in the formula so that we will find out what is effective friction angle, right? So what is that we do now in the third step? We equalize these two, okay, Fc and Fi. Okay, if these two things, okay, comes to be similar or equal, then whatever the values that we assume to be correct, assumed values will be correct if this happens. Okay, assumed values are correct. Or correct. Okay, so for example, if it won't happens, then what is that we do? We assume some more values of Fc and Fi, okay, till the time we get the equation like this. Okay, so we can repeat the procedure for 3 to 4 times like this. Okay, we assume some Fc and Fi values, we substitute and we will get unknown value, and we will resubstitute in the equation so that we will get Fc and Fi. Okay, we do the trial and error method until the time we get the equation like this. Okay, and we have factor of safety with respect to shear strength also. Factor of safety with respect to shear strength. So these formulae were discussed already. Okay, factor of safety with respect to shear strength, so it is S, and it is equal to shear strength by mobilized shear strength or applied shear stress. Shear strength to the applied shear stress or mobilized shear stress. Okay, so it can be pre-written like this. Fs is equal to C dash plus sigma dash tan phi by tau m, right? Or it can also be rewritten like this: Cm plus sigma dash tan phi m. So how we are writing this? So this is from Mohr-Coulomb's equation. Right? So this is from Mohr-Coulomb's equation. So this is about friction circle method. This is how we find out the factor of safety with the help of friction circle. So students, once we revise the method of slices or 3D circle method before studying about the B-sub simplified method. These two are interrelated, okay, and small change is there between these two. Okay, so first what is that we discussed about Swedish circle method, right? So in the Swedish circle method, overall moment equilibrium equations are considered, right? So the equilibrium equation or moment equilibrium equation of a single slice is neglected. The forces acting on single slice were neglected, right? So because of that it was considered as approximate method. If you can remember, okay, slices were made like this, okay, in the method of slices. So forces acting on this, okay, forces acting on this, each slide is neglected, okay. So moments are also neglected. Moment equations were not written, were not defined for single slice, okay. So because of that it was considered as approximate method, okay. So what is the difference between B-shaped simplified method and method of slices, okay. So students, B-shaped simplified method considers forces acting on each slice. Acting on each slice. Okay. So this is the main difference between the method of slices and B-shaped simplified method. Okay. Forces acting on each slide are considered. Okay. So on the sides of each slice. Okay. On the sides. Okay. So equilibrium required equilibrium equations are considered. Equations are considered.